Hello, welcome to Olivia's Mindful Gardens and Plants. This week's Spotlight Sunday is on the rose. It is an unusual time of the year for me to have chosen the rose, but the reason I'm doing this is we are first week of February and I cannot believe how much growth this particular rose has. I would highly recommend it. It is a David Austin's Queen of Sweden. It is its second growing season, so it has had 2 summers, so we're going into the 3rd season, so it's been here for a little while. It was bought as a potted rose, and the reason I wanted to show you this is to just illustrate the importance of where to cut the shrub into a certain particular way. It's not difficult. There are lots and lots of videos that you can watch on the best way to cut the rose, but what I wanted to illustrate to you today is the importance of making the right cut in the right place. I'm going to show you another rose where I can illustrate it a bit better, because this is in my bed and I can't reach it as well as one I have in the pot. So we'll have a look at that one now. Okay, this is the Olivia Austin rose, and it is again a shrub, English shrub rose. So if we have a close look at how I have cut this, so I cut my roses back in November, so you can cut roses in November and early spring. I prefer to do November. It's just always worked well for me in November here where I garden in London, England. This illustrates that when I cut this particular part of the rose, you can see I've cut here, and this particular bud is now growing outwards here. Now if I had cut it here where this joint is, the rose would have grown that way along and then up, so it could have reached the danger point of hitting this rose. So it's important that when you look at your rose as a whole, that you decide the best places to cut. So this particular rose is grown in a pot, and I leave it in the sunshine for most of the spring, and then I move it to its permanent location in a semi-shady area that gets lots of light at the end of the day, and it's just worked quite well there. I might try a different spot this year to see how it gets on. So now this particular rose in the pot, I've cut a few right down at the bottom here, and then you can see a midpoint and then the upper tier at the back, because where I put this rose is right on the edge of the fence line, so I'd like to see a tiered effect where I will have different layers of roses. So when you are cutting, do think about the direction and the height that you want the shrub rose to grow in. Another wonderful thing about roses is that cuttings are easy, and you mustn't be frightened to do that. I'll show you some of the ones that I have done over the last couple of years. So this particular area is at the bottom of my garden. I have 2 fences where they meet here in a corner, and this creates a little bit of a wind barrier, and typically a nice little nursery area because it gets winter sunshine. It's not strong sun, again, because I'm north facing, so it creates this sort of little mini climate that roses seem to thrive. So in front of you, you can see about 4 or 5 pots, each one with some cuttings of various roses in the garden. The one that I'm going to draw your attention to is this one at the front here. So you can see this particular cutting of the stem is quite thick. Now if you can see there, try and focus out a little bit. pick that up. There you go. It is one season. So this was done in November. You can do it in the spring as well to take cuttings. So you can see already how much growth that particular stem has. So this was one of the main stems on a Gentle Hermione David Austin rose that I have. And then when you look at the other stems, they're doing quite well, but they're much thinner. So you can see if you take the cutting from a really strong part of the rose, I think it will do much better. I'm going to experiment a little bit this year with that, taking different size cuttings, as in the diameter of each cutting, to see if it makes any difference. But this was the first time I did this in November, to use the main stem, and you can see there's quite a few side shoots going to come out of there. So don't be scared, take some cuttings, it's worth it. I will probably pop that up into a larger pot. I go with terracotta pots just because they're more porous, and it helps drain away the excess water. With a little bit of perlite, again, to help drainage, is excellent. Give it a go. So this is the Gentle Hermione English shrub rose. I've just shown you the cutting that I took. It was from this main stem on the left hand side. You can see that it's already growing side shoots, and I think in the summer, when I do my future videos, I will link this video to the summer video so that you can look back and see the difference in this particular rose. Next to it is the Olivia Austin rose, looking really, really healthy as well, so it'd be good to see the difference in the summer of that one. Another rose here, this one is the Litchfield Angel, again another David Austin. And then the last one I'll show you is this at the front, is a David Austin shrub rose, Princess Anne, and we'll see how that one does. So let me just pan out a little bit so you can just see this section, and I'll have to remember in the summer to make sure you get the same view, just to compare and contrast. I hope you've enjoyed this week's Spotlight Sunday, and I really, really want you to join me next week for Spotlight Sunday. I haven't thought about which plant I'm going to do, so it'll be a surprise for us all. Please do subscribe to support my channel, and I hope you do join me. Take care now. Bye.